Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe and share.
My name is Patty, and
First, very important question. Do you agree with this statement? A hot dog is a type of sandwich.
Oh, well, a sandwich is just something between two pieces of bread, and that's what a hot dog is.
Bread, right? But a hot dog bun isn't two pieces of bread.
Hot dog is its own thing.
What the hell? A stupid question. But let's see. Is a bun made of bread? If so, then it is a sandwich. Because if I put something else in the bun, you'll call it a sandwich.
Sometimes I question my beliefs around abortion.
If you are not question your belief no matter what it is, then you are stupid. Blind faith shows that you are not human. Part of being human is that certain things in life make us think again about our way. Let's see who's real and who acts like a robot.
Oh, right, we're supposed to start talking.
Yeah, because you hear the
Sure.
other person's perspective and you're like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think I question mine often because I could imagine that if I wasn't living my life based on my Christianity, I would want women to have that choice as well.
The ability to choose does not make you support abortion. That's exactly the problem. Everything in the world today must be black or white.
I used to be a pro-life feminist.
Really?
Yes, until I had an abortion. Actually, I had two. And after I realized what I had done, I knew I had made the biggest mistake in my life. I realized that it wasn't I shouldn't be taking the life of a child. So after that, I struggled with it for 35 years with my abortions, and so I have no doubts. I am all the way pro-life.
It's something no one talks about. How does a girl and a guy who discovered that they are pregnant will react after an abortion when they see babies and children?
But I believe fundamentally that the woman should have that right to make the decision. And I've never been anybody who's pro-abortion.
A lot of people are in favor of abortion. If you do not know it, then I do not know under which rock you live.
Oftentimes they don't have good choices, and they're picking the lesser of the bad choices.
Most Planned Parenthood abortions are not because girls do not have other choices, so at least do not lie.
I want to respect that everyone has that option, and I think that if you take that away, you endanger children more than if you allow them to make that choice for themselves. So
The fact that you want people to have the option is good, but do you say that you are endangering children? So anyone in danger will be killed and thus they will not be in danger? Why not just give birth and give them for adoption?
But a woman can choose for herself, but she doesn't have the right to choose for someone else. Because if a child is inconvenient as a toddler, are you going to kill that child as a toddler? No.
I think we're talking about a completely
But
different
no,
thing, though, in that
science.
regard.
We're talking science.
Okay, let's examine scientifically. Every organ of the body you can either live without or replace it except one organ, the brain. Without the brain you will not live. Therefore the embryo is only cells until the brain is formed.
and I'm saying, like, a lot of times women have to have abortions because of medical reasons.
That's like
a lot of time.
Okay, the Bible says you are allowed to kill if your life is in danger. You bring this example, but you believe that women can have an abortion even if they are not in danger, so you're just looking for excuses.
I know someone who has had an abortion.
Almost 2 years ago, I found out I was pregnant and had an abortion forced on me by a man twice my age who made a ton of money, and I felt like I had no other choice. If I wasn't a Christian and if I didn't believe the things that I believed, I would be pro-choice, like 100%. But at the end of the day, like, to my core, I believe that all human life is so sacred, and it's not our choice. It's never been our choice.
That's one of the things I do not like. Do not use religion when you only take a parts that is right for you. God gave humans the right to choose and no one has the right to take it away. The second thing, there is no place in the Bible that says that all life is sacred. People have taken this sentence, saving one life as if you saved the whole world, and said that it means that all life are sacred, but if all life are sacred, then it was forbidden to fight and kill even to save yourself.
The only difference we have is when that fetus becomes a human life. If that's a human being, then my tonsil's a human being.
2 questions. A. Does your tonsils have a brain? And second, then according to your sentence, everything that is not a human being we have the right to murder?
But I also feel like one can feel that way regardless of the Bible, regardless of Christianity. You know, it's one of those things that happens and has happened actually for decades, you know, for a while, and people make that decision, and it is their decision. They make that decision for whatever reasons, you know. I mean, again, you help people who have taken a pill first, then change their mind, and I think that's great. But if you have one and you feel regretful, then deal with it. If you have one you don't really feel regretful, or you feel like it really truly was the best decision for you, then that's what happens. And I just think we all know people like that, or I just don't feel like we have any right to force a particular way, and you know, I think it's great to try to just be open, you know?
You're absolutely right. But the problem I see is that no one shows them all the possibilities, no one explains what can happen after the abortion. No one cared about them after they fought to give them the right. Even if you do not see it as a human being, before any operation you do, the doctor tries to find a way to treat you without surgery. And if there is no other way, no matter what surgery you do, usually the doctor sit with you to explain what will happen to you, especially if you take something out of your body. Abortion is the only surgery that the doctors treat it like you're here to do a tattoo.
I sometimes feel judged for my beliefs around abortion.
I'm pretty judged.
Yeah.
Feel that way because it's an emotional, a very emotional topic. I've actually been verbally attacked by a lot of the pro-choice people, you know, about what I went through with the regret, the alcoholism, and all of that stuff that tied into the abortion.
This is one of the things that make this issue problematic today. The two extreme side think they have the right to use force to maintain their opinion. As far as I'm concerned, anyone who uses force to silence the other side is in the same slot with a murderer, and it does not matter if he does it using mental pressure or with the help of the media or using violence. All these for me are the same as murderers.
I have children.
What about all the people that would gladly take care of that child that cannot have a pregnancy to save their life?
Well, because the woman has to go through
9 months for a whole life that a child could have?
This is true. If you do not want a child, you will find someone who wants to adopt him. They will even be willing to help you during pregnancy, so you will not have to keep the child after the pregnancy, and you will not have to kill him.
Okay, 9 months, whatever, but there are so many children, not just in America, but the world over, that don't have loving parents, that are not in a loving situation, that are not cared for, fed, clothed, loved. And I think that is the most important thing, to care about our children because they are our future.
So the child in the womb has no value whatsoever?
No, I don't think so at all. I'm not saying that. I never said that.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I'm just saying that to me that's unclear, whether it's, you know, this or that or this or that. And despite the fact that you say there are people out there that want to adopt this child or want to take care of this child, there are still so many that are not.
There are many who hate children, so maybe we will not let the children leave the house until they grow up. You see how stupid this sentence is.
And so I understand that, one, the foster system and adoption is not that easy.
So fight for it. You know very well how to fight for an abortion, but for a life you do not know how to fight.
And if we're making it about taking care of the child, yeah, let's do that. Let's take care of the children. But we need to make sure that there are opportunities in place for all the children to be successful, so that that child has a world to come into that's actually going to be good to it. Because we don't live in that world right now. We don't offer those things to our children.
Who is we? Many families, even poor, give their children the opportunity for happiness. What you are really trying to say is, that you want everything for free, that you do not want to work hard for your children, and that the children will not have to make the effort to succeed. If that's how you see life, do not bring children into the world and do not adopt children.
I was surprised by someone's response today.
I wasn't expecting to hear some of the stories about people's lives and their experiences who've had abortions.
Now I'll tell you what I think. I believe in the right of choice, but in the same breath I also believe in paying for your choices. You say my body is my choice, okay. So do not ask the government to finance your choice. If the government pay, it is not your choice. When I go to a restaurant and I pay for a meal, they cannot give me another meal, even if it's their restaurant. If a man has no opinion about the abortion, because it is your body and your choice, do not ask him to be involved or to pay for the children if you decide to keep the children. It's yours, not his. Stop being two-faced and suddenly when the child comes into this world it's his child and he should be responsible for it. Hope you've learned something and you've enjoyed. If so, you know what to do.